Ori, good morning. Thanks for.
Good morning, Bill.
It is bright and early in Vegas right now, and thanks for coming on. I don't know if your ears have been ringing, but so yesterday after you were on, we get a phone call, and it is a guy telling us about how upset. What is his name? Michael
Franzese.
Franzese, calling you all sorts of names. He's saying that he's challenging anything you've said. He's calling you a liar and no good for nothing.
Liar,
rat.
He only met you once. Yeah, a rat. Yeah.
How do you respond to this? You've apparently unearthed a mobster out there that doesn't seem to be pleased with you.
He's not a mobster, first of all.
Okay.
Let me clarify that.
All right.
And if you read my book, yeah, Michael's correct. He met me, no, not once. I mean, once in New York, that was at a sit-down, okay, which he lost with his father holding the sit-down. It's a Russian tea room, okay?
You told us about that yesterday. You said that yesterday, yeah.
I never reach out. I would never reach out. Are you sure this is current that Michael came out with?
I'm saying that we received a phone call from a guy who's saying that Michael is all upset. That he's yelling about you, that he's all upset. That's what we got yesterday.
Well, and I want to explain how this began because I want to make sure that it's correct.
Okay.
Because I don't believe Michael is saying anything else. All right? Because there's a big podcast, Vlad TV. He's humongous.
Okay. All right.
In the business. Yeah, Michael on, and Michael said a bunch of shit about me. That's correct.
We got to be careful of the S word. Got to be careful of the S word. But all right.
Oh,
yeah. I dumped it. Not to use the word dump along with that word. My apologies.
All right. This is not HBO.
Right.
Okay. All right. So now, I was on Vlad. And Vlad came out. And you should watch because my video, I was told Sunday night, people told me it went viral.
Mm-hmm.
Because Vlad came out. And I pulled out one, and you got to see the way I pulled it out of my pocket. I have a list of over 54 people that Michael profited against. You know what Queen for a Day is?
That he profited against is what you said?
Do you know what a Queen for a Day is?
Queen for a Day. Mother's Day gift for my wife. I don't know.
Queen for a Day is what the FBI and the U.S. Attorney do. When somebody, you got to sit down with them, and you got to tell them everything you know, every crime you did. You got to tell them about everybody else that you know or might know.
Okay.
So I could say, hey, I don't know Bill, but I heard Bill is a big cocaine dealer out in Vernon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bill might not ever know that it came from me, but that starts an investigation on Bill.
Got it.
So, I mean, I know how the system works. Okay? On national TV, Michael did talk about Norby Walter on the witness stand in a courtroom in Chicago. So, I don't want to come out here and say anything bad about Michael because, like a gentleman, I did another video and I ended this feud.
Okay.
Because I'm not the type of man, I'm not going to I got a problem with you, Bill. Okay, I'm going to be at your door to discuss that problem.
I don't want a problem with you, Ori, by any means.
Okay, and
I'm on your side.
And I'm not out here to slander Michael Franzese. Look at Michael Franzese is, I'll tell you what his father said. It was the Father's Day before we all got arrested.
Yeah.
I'm in New York. We were going to... you got to remember, Michael was 1.5 years old when Tina met Sonny. Michael was already 1.5 years. His real last name is Grillo.
Okay.
Okay? Sonny adopted Michael. So, you know, I will say that Michael has the right to call Sonny his father.
Yeah.
I will not take that away from him. He's got the total right to. Okay?
Interesting.
And, I remember we're in the car. We're going to Carmen's, who is Sonny had 3 kids from his first wife, and we're going there for dinner. I'm in the back seat. Sonny's in the front. Chris is driving. And Sonny's phone is ringing.
Mm-hmm.
It's my fucking right, son. He wouldn't answer it.
I don't know who said that.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't answer.
Yeah.
So
And he says,
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm not going to say no more about
Oh,
it.
you don't want to say any more what he said. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I don't want you getting yourself in any trouble here.
Ori, why would
No.
why would this guy who called us claim that? Why would Mike claim that you were a rat, according to this guy?
Well, look, Michael has a huge following. I give him a lot of credit on that. You got to remember, Michael Franzese is one of the first guys that came out, you know what I mean, start talking about the life of La Cosa Nostra.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to remember, before the movie The Godfather, we had a saying, what happens in the shadows stays in the shadows. That all changed.
Yeah.
I have friends. I got a lot of friends that come here that want to be and watch me tonight speak at the lot. We sold out, by the way.
Good for you.
But I got people from all over the country that came in. I'm talking real men. And we were sitting down yesterday eating, and we just said, it's astonishing that the number of people that were confidential informants, they all got podcasts and blabber and everything. You know, I'm not a confidential informant. And you read my book. Did I talk bad about anybody in my book?
Right. Yeah, no. You're not. No, you've not done that. All right.
You know, and famed author Nick Pileggi, who wrote Casinos and Goodfellas, who is a very close friend of mine. Were the first two people that ever read before it was a book, the manuscript. Besides my lawyer, I had my lawyer out here in Los Angeles.
Sure. But so at this point, you're not. You have nothing bad to say about Michael Franzese, and you feel that this is resolved. That what the caller called us with was something that still is lingering out there on YouTube, and this issue is resolved.
Oh yeah, between Michael, Michael's got a huge following, no question about it.
Yeah.
All right, and
that's where that maybe came from.
I have a huge following. Okay, so I can't tell you how many millions of people have viewed these things.
Yeah,
but it's over millions.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, this is not a Mickey Mouse thing.
No, I get it. And this will be at what you're doing tonight at the Mob Museum. Will be available online, and we'll keep people posted on that one. They can actually watch it as you're doing this Q&A and talking about your book and everything like that. One thing I do want to note before we let you go is how small the world really is as you walked into the Mob Museum in Vegas, right?
You know, it's really funny. I'm with a couple of my friends flew in from Arizona.
Yeah.
My dear, very close friend, Joe Riccardi. He used to be with the Lucchese family. His brother was Tommy Riccardi. Everybody in the world will know Tommy Riccardi. And Joe never became an informant. But, and Joe is a legitimate businessman out of Scottsdale, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So he come in, and the other guy, and you know, I'm not scheduled for tomorrow night. So Bob, another friend of ours, Bob, he's talking to the people. Say, could we come in? Mr. Spader's going to speak. He's speaking tomorrow night. So he said, the manager's coming out, and the manager comes out, and her name is Marcia.
Yeah.
She's, of course, Mr. Spado come in. Mr. Spado, I'm from Utica. I said, get out of here.
So the manager at the Mob Museum is from Utica.
Get out.
Right. Her name is Marcia.
Yeah.
So now we're walking around, and I go in a bookstore, and my book's not there. So I said, Marcia, why isn't my book here? She said, Mr. Spado, because you sold out. We were afraid your book would sell out, and we wanted to put it back on the shelf tomorrow night for all the people that are paying to come to see you.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
She said, but I have one. She said, I bought the first one. Would you autograph it for me? I said, of course I would. And I want to tell you, Marcia, I don't have her last name, but Marcia has a nephew in Utica, New York. His name is Mikey. And Mikey, I want to tell you, your aunt is a great lady, and she bought that book for you.
And he signed it for Mikey.
And
right?
I signed it to Mikey.
Very cool story, Ori. That's really cool. Good for you. Listen, Utica reaches everywhere. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah. All right. Well,
People don't realize the history of upstate New York.
There's a lot of history, and I am so glad that things between you and this Franzese all worked out. You say that is in the past. There's nothing new, and I give you a great deal of respect. You did not say anything negative about him. That's very important to note here.
Now, look, and I only want to say good things. Look at one thing, and I'm involved with some very big people. We're doing a lot of things to help young men and women stay out of a life of crime.
Right.
NBC is a very big thing. I have mentored a lot of young people so far, and these are the things. And now, the L.A. charter school system, reached out to me last week, and they want me to come into the school and talk to the children.
Wow.
So that there is more excited than somebody wants to pay me a couple of $1,000s to come and talk.
Good for you.
You know what I mean?
Good for you.
And listen, I'm going to tell you something. This is a secret.
Okay.
Hey, I'm in Las Vegas. You're not allowed to smoke in the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Don't tell anybody, but I go in the bathroom, put the fan on, and smoke.
Ori Spado, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you. We appreciate it. We will, good luck later today, and keep us posted, okay?
Right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much.